I realized that pretty much everything is connected to our emotion, and you'll be getting that immediate relief. But what are you actually doing? Because I truly enjoy life on a high vibration where I'm not in a constant mood swings. This is a quantum leap jump. Whatever you don't want to face, the answer is exactly there. The minute you set yourself free from your emotional baggage and emotional pain, I guarantee you, all of your addiction are gonna go away. And when you manage to overcome a guilty pleasure and you manage to put it away for at least 30 days, quantum jump manifestation is when you manage to shift your mindset by a leap in your mind. This happens by shifting your mind to a vibrational match of a reality you want to achieve in your life. Giving up a guilty pleasure can be a powerful tool towards the quantum jump. Today we have a very interesting topic, and we're going to open the conversation with discussing our emotions. And some time ago, I was actually very ashamed when I found out that actually I'm not an emotional intelligent person. I was very much run by my emotions, and I made it a point, I made it a task, a job in my life to become an emotional intelligent person where the emotion serves me and I'm not run by my emotion. And the more I researched this topic, the more I realize that this is actually not something that is affecting me and some out there. It's literally epidemic. And where does this emotional baggage come from? Well, it comes from all sorts of sources. It can come from your childhood, or you can come from your adulthood, from trauma that you accumulated along the way. But needless to say, there's no exception to the rules. People are battling emotional pain. And I realize that majority of the people at your work, in your surrounding, every time you go to the shop, you fly on the plane, anywhere you go, you'll be meeting a walking children. Adults that are basically walking children. They're just walking with unresolved childhood trauma, and they're just so vulnerable. And the more I realized that, the more brave I became to speak on this topic, because I truly think it can be helpful for you, me, and everybody else. Some time ago, I did a very good video about emotional intelligence, and if you haven't seen that video, make sure to see it to become a captain on your emotions. But needless to say, today I'm going to speak from a much more vulnerable state of mind and not so much from, book oriented. And the more I kept working on myself, I realized that pretty much everything is connected to our emotion. Depression, absolutely connected to our emotion. Loneliness, absolutely connected to our emotions. Because this is so not widely talked about. Only recently, in recent years, mental health became, so to say, fashionable. But for years, our parents, I'm sure nobody talked to them about this. They had no idea what to do on themselves. And it was pretty much a shameful subject to do, like, oh my God, mentally I don't feel well. But today, there's a lot of information out there. Thanks to the internet, is much more available, and everybody can look it up, in their comfort, in their homes, without shame, without control. So hopefully, a lot more people are getting help in that subject, because everybody out there is just stuck in suppressing their emotions, and that emotional pain is just resurfacing somewhere in our physical bodies. So that is why it's so important to address it. And no time is better than addressing it now. Every single day is a great opportunity, a great lesson to be learned, so you can better yourself. Because if something is not going according to the plan, if you are lonely, if you're not receiving the love, if you're not happy at your work, everything out there, every single challenge that world and life is presenting to you every single day, there's one very easy answer that will make you feel better immediately. And one of them is drinking. One of them is a glass of wine. And it's so wildly socially acceptable that you can do it every day, and there will be no social judgment, and you'll be getting that immediate relief. But what are you actually doing? Are you solving anything? Absolutely not. Of course, you are just tucking it even deeper down. You found something that helps you, and you just keep doing it, and you're going through your life like that. But since I went on this wild ride and I had this amazing idea to start working on myself emotionally, mentally, slowly but surely, I am seeing so much progress and so much difference, the way I carry myself, the way really process different information every single day. And it goes down every single time to my emotions, how I process my emotions. And now I see that my individual vibration is so much higher and so much better. And from the start, from the moment I wake up, I'm just so happy. I'm just burst of energy and I have this big smile and I just feel well. And I had this one rule that I will drink whenever I have something to celebrate. I'll never drink if I'm sad. That was one personal rule that I had. But then, whenever is a moment to celebrate, this was for me my reward: a glass of champagne in France, a glass of wine on the plane, a glass of cognac in the mountain when it's cold and freezing outside. And slowly but surely, I realized that now I don't really think that's a valid reward for me anymore. So I decided, ever since my birthday, just to go on a 30-day cleanse and see where that will take me. I just noticed how much my mind is so much more clear. The brain fog is gone, but also I'm purely laughing and smiling much more. I was always very positive person, but I was very much vulnerable and subject to mood swings. While now I see how much more I'm balanced I am. And the answer to that, how this naturally came to me, to realization that I'm actually better off and I'm experiencing much more higher highs without the alcohol, is truly working through my addictions. And I'm not talking about alcohol addiction. Alcohol addiction, I think this is like a secondary effect. But every single one of us has suppressed emotions deep down inside of us. And I call these deep down emotions some sorts of addictions as I slowly touch up on that. Loneliness, it's a pain that you're surpassing inside of you, and you need to see where it's coming from. If you're purely lonely and you're having a glass of wine, to give yourself a better company at night, this is not good enough reason. And you're just trying to bury an emotion of abandonment, perhaps. Perhaps, I don't know what happened to you. Maybe, you lost a parent. Maybe, you lost a pet. Maybe, you're just still suffering over a broken heart. But whatever it is, just be honest to yourself and start working on that addiction. If you're constantly looking for validation, external validation, that will literally kill you. That will bury you alive. You have to become independent on your own. You have to learn how to give yourself a true validation, and you have to be happy with who you are all on your own. Because guess what? You're never alone and you can always reward yourself. You don't need anybody else to do your job. Till the day you die, you have the best company. You have yourself. That is for sure. You will never be left alone. You are there. And if you're good enough company for others, you're definitely good enough company for yourself. You have all the guardian angels that are constantly protecting you. You have all the invisible world that is there to guide you to be your best self. Every single thing that is discomfort, every single thing that codependency, it's a big one. If you're codependent, you're constantly attaching yourself to something. You have to cure yourself from that and you have to set yourself free. And that's what we're doing here. The minute you set yourself free from your emotional baggage and emotional pain, I guarantee you, all of your addiction are going to go away. Drinking, gone. If you're addicted to, I don't know, drugs, probably that'll help you significantly. If you're overeating, or if you're shopping too much, whatever it is, it's coming from somewhere. Trust me on that. And the minute you face your deepest, the craziest, the most scarier, the whatever you don't want to face, the answer is exactly there. What you've been going around, away from, running away, is your answer. And this is how basically, all on my own, without any really reason for it, I just decided that right now I'm in the best service for myself by not drinking, and just I'm feeling best like that. And this is my answer why I stopped drinking and how I stopped drinking. because I truly enjoy life on a high vibration where I'm not in a constant mood swings. And it's just such a privilege to live life like that. Emotionally balanced life. And will I drink again? Absolutely. I'm a social being. All of us are social beings. But will I rely that to be the answer for any of my puzzles in the world? Absolutely not. So if you're puzzled, if you're unhappy, if you have something deep down that is just really taking you down, this is your answer. How you're gonna quit drinking and how you're gonna quit everything else that is painful inside of you. And I've heard even that people, if they have like a hip pain or some sort of pain, just by addressing the emotional pain, by even addressing the anger that they've been tucking deep inside of them, all of a sudden, the minute they face the emotional baggage, they become free from their physical pain. And I think this is so powerful and it's so uplifting. And, if you put on the side something that you really enjoy, because glass of wine, glass of champagne, for me is a true joy. That was my sense of reward when I'm on a special place, oh, I deserve this. And when you manage to overcome a guilty pleasure and you manage to put it away for at least 30 days, this is a quantum leap jump and you're putting yourself in a high vibration. So take a look at your life, see what it is out there that is truly dragging you down, what emotional pain is causing you your addictions, and face them and start living a life of a free person. I hope you find this video inspirational. I love you guys and I'll see you in another video.